Hi, Shalom Aleichem. My name is Chaim Marcus from Springfield, New Jersey, and I have the opportunity to share some Divrei Torah with you from Parshat Vayigash. One of the svarim that I really enjoy in Parsha is the Shirei Chumash of Rav Shlomo Wolbe Zatzal. Rav Wolbe, one of the great mashgichim of the latter half of the 20th century in Eretz Yisrael. And it's in this week's Parsha, Perek Mem Hey Pasuk Chav Zayin. Vayidabru elav es kol divrei Yosef asher diber aleihem vayaris agalos asher shalach Yosef lasei sasam vatchi ruach Yaakov aviem. And Rashi says vatchi ruach Yaakov sharsa alav shchina shepirsa mimenu. That the Shechina was shower once again on Yaakov Avinu, the Shechina that left him so many years ago when Yosef separated from him. That Shechina came back. And Rav Wolbe points out that Targum Onkelos also says that the Nevuah came back to Yaakov Avinu to be shower upon him. And that we see when we talking about tzaddikim, when we talk about people who are connected to Torah in a deep way, to the Ribono Shalom, that their focus is Avodas Hashem, that chiyus, that life really is Avodas Hashem. Life is about being connected to the Ribono Shalom in a real way, and that's what it means, Vatchi Ruach Yaakov Aviyam, that once again he was connected to the Ribono Shalom in a very, very deep way. And Rav Wolbe says that there's a contrast to this in the end of the Parsha, in actually Perek Mem Zayin, Pasuk Chav Hey, when the Mitzrayim say, Achisanu, that you brought us life, meaning that you gave us food. And Rav Wolbe says that this is really one of the primary questions a person has to answer for himself or herself in this world. What is your primary focus? What is it that you really want out of life? What brings you that chiyus? And this relates to a famous idea of the Lev Eliyahu, Rav Eliyahu Lopian, one of the great mashgichim also of the 20th century, one of the great Balei Musar, Talmud of Kelm, that Rav Eliyahu Lopian in his Sefer Lev Eliyahu, actually on Parshas Kisavo, talking about the Tochacha, addresses a very difficult pasuk in the Tochacha. That the Tochacha happens, Tachas Asher Levadtos Hashem Elokecha B'Simcha Mituv Leva V'Rov Kol. That the Tochacha happens because we don't serve the Ribono Shalom out of Simcha. Now, what does that mean? We don't serve the Ribono Shalom out of Simcha. It means that, because we're not excited, we don't have joy when we're putting on our tefillin in the morning. So that means that the Tochacha is going to happen, Chalila V'chas. What's Pshat? Why is Simcha so pivotal? So Rav Eliyahu Lopian explains that every person, based pasuk in Kiseitze, Ki Adam Eitz Asada, that every person has two sets of roots. You have roots going Lamala, you have roots going Lamata. Because every person is a composite of Chelik Elokam Mimal and also Afer Min Adama. We're really a mix of stuff from the highest places and the lowest places. And as such, we have roots to both. And the question is, which roots are stronger? And Rav Eliyahu Lopian explains that what strengthens the root, what makes roots either to Shemayim or to Aretz stronger, he says that's what Simcha is. When a person has joy, when a person has chiyus from Milei de Kedusha, so that connects you higher and higher to Shemayim. When a person gets their chiyus, their excitement from Milei de Alma, and from lower things, so that strengthens the roots that connect you to the lower, to this world, to Gashmias. And therefore, when a person doesn't serve Hashem from Simcha, when a person doesn't get chiyus, doesn't get that excitement from serving Hashem, then what happens is those roots that connect you Lamala, they unfortunately, Rahman al-Tzlan, those roots wither. Those roots can even, Rahman al-Tzlan, die. He says that might be what Kares is, God forbid, Rahman al-Tzlan. And I think post-Chanukah, there's a very important issue to address. It's something that I talk about in my Kila often. The question of what gets us excited, what brings us joy, what brings us chiyus. And, when we talk about Vayichi Yaakov, when we talk about Vatchi Ruach Yaakov Avihem, when we talk about Chai Sarah, when we talk about the Avos and Imos, when we talk about tzaddikim and great spiritual role models, what is it that they got excited by? What is it that they were Malei Simcha over? And I think that this is an important question for each and every one of us. Post-Chanukah, Chanukah is about the light. Chanukah is about bringing that spark, that organas, bring it to the fore, and to be able to find chiyus, to be able to find the passion, to be able to find the fire in Milei de Shemaya in matters of heaven. And I think that this is something that is reflected in Vayigash also. In the end of Vayigash, the last pasuk, Ve'achazuva, Rav Shimon Schwab Zatzal points out in his mind, Beis HaShoeva, Ve'achazuva, that the land started to take a hold of the Jewish people, because it said if it meant that they took hold of the land, it should have been Vayochazu, that they took hold. Why is it Ve'echazu, that means that the land actually took hold of Klal Yisrael. And, this is part of the issue, that they became, Rahman al-Salan, really grabbed in by the land. That's the danger of Gullus, that our chiyus, our excitement, doesn't come from Bilei Deshmaya, but we learn from the nations that are around us, and we take pointers from them. What brings them chiyus is unfortunately what sometimes will come to bring us chiyus. Have a great Shabbos.